Do you ever feel frustrated and like you have to justify why you want what you want or explain? This is preventing you from having what you want in more ways than you could have ever predicted. And in this video, I'm going to help you to see what's really going on so that you can shift it right here and right now. Also, hi everyone, it is I, Pamela, aka the Awakened Aphrodite, and for over a decade, I have been helping people make over $10,000 a month in their business and have the kind of love that most people only ever dream of. And I'm super excited to call you in to becoming one of our next and best success stories. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one or joining my mastermind, then send me a DM at the Awakened Aphrodite or click the link in my bio to inquire about working with me one-on-one. Just click work with me one-on-one at theawakenedaphrodite.com, and I'm excited to meet you. So, who's ever done this before? Where you've felt the need to explain, this is why I deserve this. I've seen this with so many clients. This is especially true with women. It's also especially true with people who've had the experience of having to work really hard for everything that they have. And here's the thing that I want you to know. There's a really big difference between being the person who enjoys working hard, enjoys the experience of showing up for your business as much as you do, creating new businesses, so on and so forth, and thinking that you working hard is the only power in your world. Okay? The latter will exhaust you. And when you step into your power around this, knowing that you are the power, you are the deciding power, that you decide and mountains move for you, that you don't need to justify. And I'm going to talk about why you feel the need to justify, so please keep watching in a moment. When you shift this, your world has to reflect this back to you. So now let's talk about feeling the need to justify. Also, who has done this before? I know I have, right? Feeling this need to say, well, this is why you have to treat me this way. Ooh. Right? One, does that even feel good? It didn't when I did it. And does it even work? Well, sometimes temporarily, but certainly not in a way that's everlasting. Certainly not in a way that you actually want. And I'm going to explain why that is so that you can shift it. The reason why is because that's actually coming from this deeper belief that you don't get to have what you want. That's where it's really coming from. And so when you're doing more of that, when you're amplifying that belief in any way, which includes explaining and justifying, which I also want to say is very, please hear me on this, very, very different from having a deep, vulnerable, open-hearted, loving conversation with someone who deserves that from you, for example, where you're inviting them into more depth, seeing one another more deeply. Yeah. Big difference, but more of that, please. Right? Big difference between that and trying to manipulate your 3D world into being the way that you want it to be. One energy is deeply powerful and the other one is coming from fear and lack. And I get it because I've also done this before and so many of my clients have done this. And then we shifted this and their world shifted, right? The person showed up in their life in full commitment, full devotion, full love, without them having to say or do a thing. People started flooding into their businesses, or people started paying their higher fees without them having to say or do anything from a manipulation standpoint, right? Obviously, they raised their prices and told people and, launched the thing, for example. And this feels so much better because what we're really talking about is powerful feminine energy. The woman, the version of you that has higher standards, who is this high value version of you. And when you have high standards, you're not concerned with the people who don't seemingly step into them. You hold your standard. And what you'll find is you're simply not interested and don't really pay any attention to that which is not your desire. It just doesn't interest you. And not in this cold, detached way, like, this doesn't interest me, right? No. From this genuine gratitude of offerings that are being presented to you, where you are in such abundance that you actually get to. Wow, which is incredible. How lucky are we that we get to have preferences and choices. Where you get to look at something and go, wow, thank you. I'm not interested in this. Now this interests me more. And you get to be the woman who follows that, which might even feel a little bit scary, right? You get to have people, for example, paying you $100,000 a year just because that's what you desire. You get to be in the romantic relationship of your wildest dreams just because that's what you desire. And if you've been coming at this from that energy of justification, all you're going to be met with are people that cannot meet you. People that cannot give you that are going to be showing you that lack in reflection. And when you step back into abundance and having standards and being the high value woman that we both know you really are, which feels better. Come on, you know this. Your outer world has to shift and change to reflect this back to you. When you understand this, any strategy that we then implement into your love life and business is going to take off like a rocket. Like, wow. This shit works. And if this is what you are ready for and you know it, you know that this next level initiation was made for you, that you are made for so much more. This is the woman that you truly are, and you found that your 3D sort of takes you out of it. That's exactly what I'm here to help you with. And right now you can join my Worshipped and Wealthy Mastermind, which is the deepest level of one-on-one support in a group setting at the lowest cost that I've ever offered something like this before. Or you can work with me one-on-one if that's the space that you're in. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited for you to be one of our next mind-blowing success stories. So if you'd like to join the Worshipped and Wealthy Mastermind, send me a DM or an email, Pamela@theawakenedaphrodite.com. And you've got this. You deserve this. Your desires are made for you. And I cannot wait to experience them in form with you together. And thank you so much for watching. Whether it's day or night, I love you. I love you. I love you.